Prime factorization. Factors are numbers that you multiply together to get another number. Remember that when we did factors, right? But now, when a factor is a prime number, it's called a prime factor. Am I prime numbers, right? Okay. You can write the prime factorization of a number by writing the number as a product of its prime factors. Remember, the product is the answer you get when you multiply more than two numbers by each other. All right, that's the product, that's the answer. The product is the answer, again, when you get to multiply two numbers. Example one for prime factorization. Write 24 as a product of its prime factors. How do you go about doing this? First, you start by writing 24, then you're going to say what two numbers you multiply to get 24. Now, your answer here may vary because there are some different numbers, two numbers you can multiply to get 24. But anyhow you do it, once you do it correctly, the last answer will be the same. All right? Okay. In this case, you draw two lines going this way, one to the left, one to the right, and you put down the numbers that when you multiply gets 24. In this case, it's 6 times 4 gives you 24. 4 times 6, or 6 times 4 will be 24. Now, down here, look at the factors. If they are not prime, 6 and 4 are not prime numbers, you have to continue multiplying numbers to get these numbers to go down as fast as possible until all are prime numbers or prime factors. So we go on to the 6. Do the same thing again. What times what give you 6? What two numbers when you multiply give you 6? Yeah, I'm hearing you saying 2 times 3. Wonderful. Moving on. 2, 4. Right? What two numbers you multiply? Duh. Here you say that too. 2 times 2. Now, are these numbers prime? What are prime numbers again? Numbers that only have what? Two factors, 1 and themselves. So let me see. 3 is what? 3 and 1. 3 is prime. What about 2? 1 and 2. So there's a possibility we are done here. Let us see. So these are all prime factors. Yeah, you are right. So how you write it now? You say 24 as a prime factorization will be 24 will be, and you're writing the numbers from the smallest number to the greatest number. In the case will be the 2's first, then the 3 after. So you write it down. 2 times 2 times 2 times, and of course the last one will be 3. That's your answer. 24 written as a prime factorization. It's 2 times 2 by 2 by 3. Is it correct? 2 2's are 4. 2 4's are 8. 3 8's are, yep, 24. It's correct. Example 2. Write 50 as a product of prime factors. Again, start by writing 50 and any two numbers that you can multiply to get 50. Yeah, you have so many. You have what? Can I hear your examples? 2 times 25. What? 5 times 10. Any more? Ah, let's go. So in this case, I use 2 times 25. Yeah, I could use 5 times 10, right? Nah, let's do this way. Okay, but right now I know already 2 is already prime. Continuing, so I can't bother to break down 2 anymore. So I go on to what? See that? Can't break anymore. I go to 25. And what do I multiply by itself to get 25? 5 times 5 gives me 25. Now, are we done here? Let me see. 2 is prime. Is there any number I can multiply to get 5? Any whole number? Nope. So right there, these are all prime factors. So the answer will be 50 will equal to, as prime factorization will be, again remember starting with the smallest number, 2 times 5 times 5. Is it correct? 2 5's are 10. 5 times 10. Yep, it's 50. That's your answer right there. If you're writing 50 as a product of its prime factors. Now remember how you do square numbers? Watch, take a look at this one. Let's give you a little tip. I can write like this, 50, 2 times 5 squared. Yep, because 5 times 5 is 25. 25 by 2 is 50. This is where square numbers come in very handy. So when you go to a higher grade, even Form 1, you'll learn more about these. Example 3. Write 70 as a product of its prime factors. Start by writing 70, and we see what two numbers you multiply to get 70. They are a bit, but for today, let's start with this one. 5 times 14. 5 times 14? Why is 5 times 14? That's so weird. You could say what? 7 times 10. What else? 2 times 35. What does 5 times 14 give you? 70. 5 fours are 20. 2 goes over. 5 ones are 5 and 2. Oh, it's correct. Not bad. But right now we know 5 is all by itself is prime, so we're not trimming that anymore. Let's work on 14 because 14 isn't a prime number. What two numbers do I multiply by itself to get you 14? 2 times 7, that will give you 14. Yep. But hold on. These numbers are all prime now. 7 is a prime number, 2 is a prime. So 70 as a product of a prime factor, we start off with 2 times 5 times 7. Now you may ask, what so if I multiply anybody's first, we're going to get the same answer? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. But because of the way we want it done, and the way it's asked to be done, do it this way, please. All right? Okay. Example 4. Still on prime factorization. Write 48 as a product of prime factors. We start by writing 48 as a product of any two factors. What times what can give you 48? So many things. For now, we use 6 times 8. 6 8s are 48. Are these prime? Nope. Let's break down some more. What times what can give me 6? 2 times 3 gives me 6. Yeah. Moving on to 8. What times what gives me 8? 2 times 4 gives me 8. Are we done here? 2 is prime, 3 is prime, 2 is prime, 4 is not prime. So we got to break down 4. 2 times 2 gives me 4. So we have 2, 3, 2, 2, and 2. All right? Remember, this was already done. 2 here and 3 here. We're working on the 4. All right? So we have 2, 3, 2, 2, and 2. So these are all prime factors now. Not the 4 though. All right? So we start breaking the smallest unit, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and finally times what? Times 3. If you multiply these together, you'll get 48. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 16. That's right. And 3 times 60 will give you 48. Good. Example 5. Writing 100 as a product of its prime factors. Numbers are getting bigger. No harm done. Pretty simple still. Put it down. What times what gives me 100? Oh, my Maclean, why are you using 2 times 50? You could have said 10 times 10, right? Not true? I could have. Nah, let's do it this way. So it's 2 times 50. That's prime already. We're going to work on the what? 50. What times what gives you 50? 2 times 25. Prime. Prime. Prime? Nope. Break this down some more. What times what give me 25? Yeah, 5 times 5. And we all have prime factors. 2, 2, 5, 5. Starting with the smallest one. So 100 written as a prime factorization will be 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Hey, example 5.1. Yeah. Say 100 as a product of its prime factors using different numbers at the beginning. 10 times 10. We could have went that way before, but I'm showing you how using different numbers, different products, right? Different two factors here can give you the same answer. So 10, 10, 10, 100. We need to break this down because 10, these 10s are not prime numbers. So let's go. 2 times what gives us 10? 2 times 5 on. We have 2 times, again, 5 gives you 10. And we are done. 2 is prime, 5 is prime. So, written it, 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. All right? 2 times 2 gives me what? 4. 5 times 4, 20. 20 multiplied by 5 gives me 100. So as you can see, you don't have to start, all of you don't have to start the same numbers. Once you see you multiply the two numbers to get the correct product here, you can use that anyhow. Before I start 2 times 25, I could start with 5 times 20 also. All right? At the end of it, you get the same